From the Kitwe Studios, my name is Monde Chava. On the program today, I'll be talking to Mr. Mshota Mpundu, who is the Public Relations Officer there at Mpika Town Council. We'll be discussing the development taking place in Mpika District and the Mpika constituency. And later, I'll be talking to Mr. Wesley Mianda, who is the governance expert and human rights advocate, talking about issues to do with gender-based violence. I do have Mr. Mshota Mpundu, who is the Public Relations Officer there at Mpika Town Council. We are going to take a look at the development taking place there in Mpika District and the Mpika constituency. It's good to have you on the program, Mr. Mpundu.
Thank you so much. And how is Kitwe?
No, Kitwe is okay. How are you doing? How is Mpika?
We are fine.
We are looking at development taking place there in Mpika. Let's look at what has been done so far under the CDF. You recently bought a roller compactor. Tell us more about that and why you thought you should buy such a machine as a council.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, as a council, we recently bought a roller compactor at the cost of 1.5 million kwacha 30,000. Yes, this is a facility that we are going to use in terms of making sure that all those roads that are in a bad state are actually in maintenance. So this is not just the first moving equipment that we recently bought. At first, we started with the grader, which was also bought using the 2022 CDF fund, and also just after that we also bought a water bowser at the cost of over 1.5 million kwacha, which was also bought using CDF. Then now, just some few weeks ago, we also bought this facility, a roller compactor, which will be working hand in hand with all these moving equipment that I've just mentioned. And let me also say that we've done over 50 kilometers of both township and feeder roads in the district using these facilities. So when you come to Mpika District, I'm assuring you that you're going to have a safe drive in these roads that we've done. We've done in 5-6 wards out of the 12 wards, and this is an ongoing a project that we shall intensify next year just after the rains are done.
Okay. So, having said that, you just recently bought the roller compactor, what else have you trying to put in place to ensure that the operations there at Mpika Town Council are smooth?
Yes, in line with President Hassan, the HM has a directive that schools should ensure that they are equipped with desks. We have we had using CP23 we did buy 3,500 desks, which out of that we've delivered roughly 2,500 in schools such as Chitolika and Chitolika, Kabale, and Chivansa. As you are speaking right now, this process is still going on. We're making sure that we deliver these, desks so that no learner should sit on the floor by the year 2024, just like the President has alluded to.
Okay, so which areas need urgent attention in terms of the supply of desks? And how have you been able to do it? Have you been making the desk as a council?
We contracted some contractors that have been doing these desks. We had 12 contractors that from within Mpika that are actually doing these desks. They're making desks, and what we're doing is that we've got a guest house called Musakanya Guest House. This is where once the contractor makes the desk, that is where they are going to take. That is where they're taking. Then from there, they are distributing to schools that are in need of this. And also, we also have areas that is not yet touched in Nagwadia, Chief Nagwadia's chiefdom and Muchinga. Nagwadia is a ward, and also Muchinga. Where Mpika District is set up is that there's this place called Nagwadia, which is a hard-to-reach area. So what we are doing, especially during the rain season, it's very difficult for us to take the desk. So what we intend to do is once maybe the rains are that much, that's when we intend to deliver these desks in that particular area of Mpika district.
Okay, so in terms of revenue collection as Mpika Town Council, which areas have you been able to identify as being one of the best areas of revenue generation as a council?
Yes, thank you so much. In fact, we also bought what we call a bookmaking machine. This is an equipment which we bought using local government equalization fund. This is an equipment which we are going to be used in terms of making of blocks. We want to ensure that we generate our own revenue base using this equipment. So what we want to do is that we'll be selling these blocks to residents of Mpika. As you may be aware, Mpika is growing and we need infrastructure. So what we want to do is we intend to use this equipment in terms of making of blocks. And also, CDF has come in at a good time, especially that we have a lot of contractors that want to execute these projects. So we want those contractors that are winning these contracts to ensure that they buy from us, so that we can also generate our own revenue, so that we can sustain the operations of the council.
All right, wonderful. How about the residents, the general public? Are they also free to come around to the Mpika Town Council and buy these blocks that you'll be making?
Of course, this is an open business. Everyone is welcome to come and buy from us. We're making very strong blocks, so that these facilities, once they are built, they can stand the test of time.
Which other plans do you have as Mpika Town Council in trying to improve the structures or perhaps the surrounding or any other facility in place? Or is it a hotel or a guest house or something?
Yes, I think going forward we intend to make more of such initiatives, such as a block making machine, so that we want to make sure that we don't rely much on government support. We want to ensure that we also be creative as a council, so that we can see other avenues of income generating activities, so that we can make more money as a council, so that we can improve the service delivered of this facility.
Absolutely. This is Talking Development on Radio 2 of the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation. And today on the show, we do have Mr. Mushota Mpundu, who is the Public Relations Officer there at Mpika Town Council. We are looking at development taking place in Mpika District and the Mpika constituency. The 2023 CDF components, how have you fared in terms of grants, the empowerment and the loans and the revolving funds, so to say? How have you been, faring as a council?
Yes, we're doing quite well, I would say. So for the 2023 component, grant empowerment, so I'll start with the grant empowerment. Mm-hmm. What was allocated was 2,151,865.38, and what was approved was 2,121,856.00. So the beneficiaries were 23, which comprised of 40 women and community groups, while 10 were youth groups. Then for the loan empowerment, we had 3,222,700,784.83. Then what was approved was 2,832,000.00, and these were 36. So these 36 comprised of 26 small medium enterprises, 2 youth groups, and 4 community and 1 women belonging to different clubs and cooperatives. Then for the bursary, what was approved was 982,620. So these are 306. These are the pupils that we sponsored, and some of them are reported for school. Then let me also lastly talk about skills development. So for the skills development, what was spent was 3,705,604. So these are the number of youths that we sponsored in different skills training centers across the country. Starting from Isoka youth, even on the Copper Belt, we still have youths that we sponsored, even as far as those that are doing these survival skills. So the institutions we sent these students are Lukasha, that is in Kasama, it's a skills training center. Then even in soccer, we also sent, I think about 14 students. We sent them to do, so these skills that we are sending them to do is, mechanics, driving, design and tailoring. Those are survival skills. These are the areas that we sent these. And let me also say that these skills, it's not us who choose that this particular student is supposed to go and learn. It comes from them. Then what we do is we just collect, and then we take those things. That's when we pay for them.
All right.
So these are some of the things we do for as a council.
Okay, somebody might want to fully understand these, components of the CDF, the grants, the empowerment, the loan empowerment. What really is the difference between a grant and the revolving funds? So
a grant, you apply for a grant. Then once that is approved, the grant you apply for a grant. So a grant, once you are given that money, you're not supposed to return. But a loan, you can borrow a loan up to about 200,000. Then once you start doing your particular business, then you start paying back slowly as the day goes by.
Okay.
Under the grants, let me also talk about one group of youth that got 40,000 kwacha, and then they bought a double-decker oven, which is making bread and buns, And this group, they are doing very well. When they are doing very well, they started with this particular person started with one. So far, just after his business started booming, he managed to employ about 4 of these youths that are, making of, bread, and then they're selling to members of the public.
Is that a cooperative or?
It's a cooperative, yes.
Okay, then having said that, what is your encouragement to other people that are listening to you there in Mpika district?
I think what I can just say is to encourage these people to please apply for these grants and loans so that their lives can be changed. The government has increased CDF from it was 28. Now next year we're going to have it at 30.6 million kwacha. This is a lot of money that everybody needs to benefit and better their lives. I think people should just come through to the office of the socio-economic plan at the council. They can collect the forms. They can be guided on how to go about these, CDF guidelines. That's when they can benefit from this CDF, which has come at a better time.
So, Ms. Mpundu, is there a deadline? Any deadline to these, kind of applications?
Yes, there was a deadline should be on the 30th of October. So we received some of the applications. So what we're doing, we're just checking on these people that applied for grants, loans, as well as some of the community projects that they intend to have in their particular ones. So we are going to open another advert probably next year so that people can, benefit from these CDF things.
All right, great work you are doing there in Mpika district, Mr. Mpundu. Any words of encouragement or your final words to people that are listening to us countrywide concerning taking up development seriously?
Yes, what I can just say is that those people that think CDF is just a hoax, I think they just don't know what they are talking about. But believe you me, here a lot of projects have been done, here in Mpika district, and we are very grateful to the government for increasing this CDF, monies to various constituencies across the country. we are very excited. And what I would just say is to encourage people to, learn more about CDF and just see how they can benefit from this, project that the government has brought closer to our doorstep.
It's been wonderful having you on the program, Mr. Mpundu. We wish you all the best in Mpika as you take development closer to the people.
I'm so grateful, Monde. Thank you so much for having me on this program.
All right, you're most welcome. Dear listeners, that was Mr. Mshota Mpundu on Talking Development.